King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud was born into luxury as an Arab prince and is now king of one of the world's richest countries. He's in control of a $1 trillion fortune, second only to Apple. So how does he spend his money? Does it all go to charity and helping people? Or does it go to less honorable things? Find out on this episode of Luxury Land. If you're new to the land, please hit that subscribe button and help us reach our ultimate goal of 1,000 subscribers. Please also click that like button super hard so that we can continue to inspire you by bringing you the luxury content you deserve. So first, you have to get an understanding of where the family's trillions of dollars comes from. King Salman came to power at the age of 79 in 2015 after his older brother Abdullah passed away. He took control of the House of Saud and the state-owned oil company Aramco, which is the second largest reserve for oil in the world and the second richest company in the world period after Apple. And when I say they control it, I mean the family controls 98% of it. This gives the House of Saud a net worth of $1.4 trillion that is shared among the 2,000 members of the royal family, and it is all overseen by the king. The House of Saud over time has built 12 palaces for whoever may sit on the throne. The three most luxurious of them, the Al-Alja Palace, Al-Yamama Palace, and Urga Palace. The Al-Yamama Palace, while sounding like an insult, is also the headquarters of the king and is in the heart of Riyadh, the Saudi capital city. This is the king's working palace and royal court, so it of course has to be ultra luxurious. The exterior is modern and elegant with Arabic design, and the interior features luxurious chandeliers, lush carpets, and an insane amount of gold. If I had to estimate, this palace's price tag would be in the hundreds of millions at least. Next we have the Al-Alja Palace, which is less modern, but the walls still have exquisite carvings to behold. There's not nearly as much gold here, but the palace is classic and is one of the oldest on earth, which makes it priceless. Finally, Urga Palace is where the king receives his diplomatic visits. Back in 2015, he received Barack Obama here, and there was a gold tissue dispenser between them. I'm sure Obama went back to the Oval Office and looked at his tissue dispenser with a deep disgust. The King of Saudi Arabia owns and operates 6 jets, a 747-400, 2 747-200s, a 777-300, 787-8, and an Airbus A340-20. His Royal 747-400 is a commercial airliner that has been customized specially for the king and is like a palace in the sky. It's one of the largest passenger aircraft in the world and can fit more than 600 passengers. The inside is rumored to feature a throne room, conference rooms, and even gold bedrooms. The average cost for a basic jet like this would be $100 million, but don't forget that his are custom and gold-plated on the inside. So all 6 jets must cost somewhere in the billions. So the king lives in luxury, flies in luxury, but what happens when he gets to his destination? Does the luxury stop there? No, there is no compromising King Salman's luxury ever. On a diplomatic trip to Washington, D.C., the king booked all 222 rooms of the Four Seasons Hotel and ordered a total redecoration of the hotel. The hotel management was told to turn everything gold, including the tables, mirrors, and even the hat racks. And all these gold items were shipped from Saudi Arabia on airplanes. In addition, the king ordered for all the carpets to be changed to red and also demanded there be carpets laid in the lower parking garage so that the king wouldn't have to touch the bare ground with his precious feet. On a 2017 trip to Russia, he brought an entourage of 1,500 people and 1,700 pounds of food because he knew that the Russian food was not gonna cut it. I wish I could do that. Once he touched down, the king used a golden escalator to descend from his plane, but this stunt didn't give what he was looking to portray because his escalator got stuck due to the gold not being a proper metal for mechanical parts. So he had to actually walk down the rest of the steps. This definitely put a cramp on his grand entrance. Someone figure out how to make gold work right, at once. Here in Russia, King Salman booked out the Four Seasons and Ritz-Carlton hotels for his 1,000 plus entourage. Unfortunately, this meant the hotel was forced to cancel other guest reservations and temporarily move out the people who actually live there permanently. This all cost the king $3 million. The hotel said, "I'm sorry people, but this money is more important than your little vacation you planned. Reschedule." On a trip to Tokyo, the king chartered a $14 million plane that belonged to the Royal Netherlands Air Force. This plane is supposed to be used to transport heavy cargo like tanks, but instead he used it to carry his luggage and Mercedes-S vehicles. Here, he once again booked over 1,200 rooms in top Tokyo hotels and ordered 500 limos for everyone that came with him. And he did the same routine in France. Who is this entourage, and why are they necessary, you ask? Well, on a trip to Indonesia, Salman reportedly had 100 bodyguards that cost a total of $3,500 per hour to have, along with 25 princes and 10 ministers. The net worth of his entourage was in the tens of billions, and they arrived on 36 flights over 3 weeks. 150 members of his entourage are his personal chefs that cook specific delicacies for him to enjoy. A large part of the group are the king's servants, and the princes have their own servants as well. There are so many servants that they usually replace the hotel staffs with their own servants when they book out a place. This was the trillionaire lifestyle of the king of Saudi Arabia. When you're the king of a country that controls the second richest company in the world, you do things like order a custom toilet to be built for you inside a mosque that you're visiting. It's just a part of life, okay? Is it overkill, or would you live life the same exact way? Let me know in the comments below. I also did a video on his son, Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, and that should be right there on the screen. So, click the video on the screen to watch something you haven't seen. And thanks for visiting Luxuryland.